guys, welcome back to Crypto Skillet. In this video, I'm going to show you how to start trading on Toobit. So Toobit is a fantastic exchange that offers perpetual futures trading with up to 150x leverage. And of course, futures trading is the main kind of trading that I do, so that's primarily what I use Toobit for. But they also offer spot trading, and they even have copy trading and many other fantastic features as well. Now, you'll be happy to know that Toobit does not require KYC, so you don't have to send them your ID or give them your personal information or anything like that. You can just simply sign up and start trading. Now, another thing I really like about Toobit is its user interface. They've got all the features you could ever ask for, including things like P&L projections and some other bells and whistles that really enhance the trading experience. Plus, the trading fees are dirt cheap on this exchange as well, and obviously if you're a very active trader like I am, that really makes a big difference. So really just an excellent exchange all around, and in this video, I'm going to give you guys a step-by-step tutorial to show you exactly how to get set up from scratch with a brand new account so you can start trading in these markets. Because there's just so much opportunity to make money right now in crypto, and there's really never been a better time to learn how to trade. So this video is going to give you everything you need to go ahead and get started with trading using the Toobit platform. And by the way, guys, if you do want to get started with trading and you want some extra trading capital to get you started, you can get up to $9,210 in bonuses when you use my link down below in the description. And on top of that, for the next few weeks, you can get an additional 120 USDT in bonuses. We're celebrating our brand new partnership with a limited time event that's exclusively for my viewers. So you can check out the link down below to see all the details. So enjoy the free stuff, guys. Now, also, before we get into it, in this video, I'm not going to be talking about any specific trade setups or technical analysis or anything like that. Okay, I've got other videos here on my channel where I talk about all that stuff and I teach you guys trading strategies. So make sure you subscribe to the channel and ring the bell if you haven't already done so. But the purpose of this video is to show you how to actually use this platform. So by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly how to open trades, how to close trades, how to use leverage, how to set up a stop loss and a take profit level, etc. And of course, how to adjust all these parameters as you see fit. So go ahead and smash the like button if you appreciate this content. And of course, do keep in mind that nothing in this video is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm a trader and an investor sharing my knowledge and experience with you guys. So always do your own due diligence and practice proper risk management. And now with that said, let's get into it. Okay, so let's get some important definitions out of the way. So there are several terms here that you really need to know the meaning of. So let me start by explaining what a long position and a short position are. So a long position is a trade that you would take with the expectation of the price increasing. So if you enter a long position, then the higher the price goes above your entry level, the more profits you make. Okay, now a short position is just the inverse. So you would take a short position if you expect the price of the asset to decrease. And so the lower that the price goes below your entry level, the more profit you make. Okay, so if you think price is going up, you take a long position. If you think the price is going down, you take a short position. So now let's talk about margin and leverage. So margin refers to the amount of your own capital that you must put into a trade to maintain a leveraged position. Okay, so again, this is the amount of your actual capital that you're using in a trade. So then what is leverage? So leverage refers to borrowing funds to increase the size of a trade. So this essentially allows you to gain larger exposure to the market with a smaller amount of capital. And this is a really powerful tool. And so here's an example to illustrate how this works. So let's say that you have $1,000 of your own capital that you want to put into a trade, but you want to be able to trade with $10,000. So how can you do that? Well, you can use 10x leverage. Okay, so a $1,000 margin, which again means your own capital, with a 10x leverage allows you to open a $10,000 position because of course 10 times 1,000 is 10,000. And so by using this leverage, it essentially amplifies the movements of the market so that a 1% movement in the price of the asset will result in a 10% move in the value of your position. Okay, so hopefully that's clear. Again, it's a very powerful tool, but just keep in mind that with increased leverage also comes comes increased risk potential. So that's why it's very, very important to use a stop loss, and that's the next thing we're going to talk about. So what is a stop loss? So this is an order that's placed to buy or sell once the asset reaches a certain predetermined price. Now this is really, really important because it limits your loss on a position and it allows you to define your risk. So in that example above, if you put $1,000 of your own capital into a trade and you didn't use a stop loss, if the direction of the price movement goes against your trade, then you could end up liquidating that entire position. But if you use a stop loss, you can go ahead and predefine your level of risk so that once the price reaches a certain level, it will automatically exit the trade, thus allowing you to just take a small loss rather than liquidating your entire position. Okay, then a take profit, this is just the opposite of a stop loss. So a take profit level is a predetermined level at which a trader wants to close out the position for a profit. Okay, so now with those definitions out of the way, let's head back to the platform. So of course, the first thing you've got to do before you can actually start trading is to deposit funds onto the platform. So once you've created your account and you sign into your dashboard, you can come up here and click this deposit button. And this takes you to the main deposit page, okay? So to deposit on chain, first you're gonna select the currency that you wanna use to deposit right here. So most traders just use USDT for their perpetual futures trading. But if you do wanna deposit some other crypto onto the platform, you can select from this large list of different coins right here. Okay, so I can just click right here to select USDT. And now down in this box, this is where you select which network you're gonna be sending this USDT on. So that can be the TRC20 network, the BEP20 network, the ERC20 network, or the Solana network. Okay, so let's just say you're sending USDT BEP20, you would click right here to select that. And now this box pops up to remind you that this address is only for USDT. And again, it is for the Binance Smart Chain since that's the network that we've selected. Okay, so you can click confirm. And now as you scroll down, you'll notice right here, they give you this deposit address. And they also give you a QR code, so you could scan that if you want, or you can click this little icon right here to copy this deposit address to your clipboard. Okay, now once you've done that, right here where it says deposit into, you can click this little drop down and you're gonna wanna select futures account. And now when you send your funds, that's gonna be deposited into your futures trading account. Okay, now here you see the minimum deposit is 5 USDT. And it requires 15 network confirmations for everything to go through. Okay, that usually just takes a few minutes, it's pretty fast. So now all you have to do is just send whatever amount of USDT you want to this address right here that you just copied. And then once you've sent those funds, just give it a few minutes and then it will show up right there in your trading account. Now, once you've done that and your funds are on the platform, you can start trading by coming up here and mousing over where it says derivatives. And you see they have these three different options. They've got USDT perpetual, light perpetual, and demo trading. So you're going to want to click on USDT perpetual. And this takes you to the full trading platform. Now, of course, this is my demo account. This is not my main account. So I'm actually going to use their demo trading feature. So if you notice right here, you can click demo trading, and this basically allows you to do everything exactly the same way you would if you were live trading, except you're paper trading, meaning you're using virtual currency. It can be a really great idea if you're brand new to trading to start out using their demo trading feature to get comfortable with everything before you actually start trading live funds. Okay, but again, everything looks exactly the same. The only difference is instead of saying buy long or sell short right here, it says open long demo and close short demo. Okay, but everything else is exactly the same. Okay, so right here, this is where you can select the cryptocurrency that you want to trade. So when you mouse over this, you see there is a very large list of these, and you can actually search for them specifically right here in the search box. So let's just say you were looking for MU. That's really popular right now, so we can start typing MU. And you see there it is, MU USDT. So I could click here, and there we go, the MU chart comes up. Now the chart that I'm looking at right here is their inbuilt trading view chart. You see you've got a few different options here. You can choose original, and that looks like this. Then you can choose trading view, and that looks like this. This is the one that I was just on, and then they have depth. Okay, there you can see a nice graphic of the order book depth, but I'm gonna go back to trading view. And I really like this one because most of us are familiar with TradingView. They've got all the familiar tools. So if you want to use fib extensions or draw trend lines or any of that good stuff, you can do that all right here. Now they also have their different time frames, okay? So you've got the 1 minute chart you could look at. You got 5 minute, 15 minute, 30 minute, 1 hour, 4 hour, 1 day. And then you can also mouse over here where it says more, and you can select from these additional frequencies as well. Okay, you can also select right here if you prefer to look at this in bars, candles, area baseline, hollow candles, Heiken Ashi, and you can also add indicators as well. So when you click this icon right here, this is where you can select different indicators that are offered by TradingView, and then you can add those directly to the chart that you're looking at. And then over here, this is the order book if you want to see the bids and asks. And then over here to the far right, this is where you actually do your trading. So to start up here kind of at the top of this section, right here where it says cross, if you click here, you see you can choose between cross margin and isolated margin. Now, I pretty much always use cross margin. I find it much easier to do proper risk management using cross margin, but some traders do prefer to use isolated margin as well. And of course, you can read through this yourself, but basically the main difference is that if you choose isolated margin, the amount of margin you put into the trade is all of the margin that would ever be at risk. So that also means that you cannot lose more than 100% of the margin that you put into a trade. Whereas if you use cross margin, that basically uses your full margin balance as your collateral. And that can be really useful if you need your stop loss to be at a predefined area that will end up being greater than 100% of the margin that you've put into that particular trade. And in effect, it allows you to use a very, very small amount of margin, which is really useful when you're managing multiple positions. But again, there are pros and cons to both of these. So it's great that they do offer this option here. Okay, so again, I always leave it on cross, so then you can click confirm. And then over here beside that, where it says leverage, you can click here, and this allows you to select the amount of leverage that you want to use on your position. Now, this does vary depending on which coin you're trading. So this does go up to 150x on some coins. And typically, if you're trading the smaller coins, you'll be offered a smaller amount of leverage. So like Mu is a much smaller coin than, say, Bitcoin. So you could trade 150x on Bitcoin, but on a smaller coin like Mu, you can only go up to 50x leverage. Okay, but you can slide this bar right here to select the amount of leverage, or if you just wanted to type an exact amount, you could type, say, 25, and that would be adding 25x leverage to your position. Okay, so then when you have this where you want it, you can click confirm. And then right here, this is where it says market limit or trigger order. So when you enter a market order, this is basically just opening your order at the best available price right then when you open it. Then if you wanted to set a limit order, this means that the trade will only be open when price reaches a pre-specified area. So for example, if I wanted to enter a short, but I didn't want to do it quite yet, I wanted to wait until it reached a little bit higher. Let's say it was like right here at this area, which is 0.008314. Okay, I could enter that amount right here, 0.008314. Okay, that's what I would put in the price section. And then for size, this is where I would enter my position size. So of course, remember that your position size is your total amount of margin multiplied by your leverage. So if I was using $100 of margin and I'm using 25x leverage, that would be a 2500 position size. Okay, and it's pretty similar with a trigger order. The trigger order gets triggered when the price reaches that level, but typically you would use this if price is moving in the direction of your trade. So for example, if I'm shorting and I'm waiting for the price to reach a little bit higher before I ultimately expect it to reverse direction and go down, I would use a limit order. Whereas with a trigger order, I would set that level down below price so that when price reaches that level, it would trigger the trade and then I would be short from that on down. Okay, but I'm going to go back to market, and then you see here, all we have to enter is our position size. So again, if we wanted to use $100 of margin of our own capital and we're using 25x leverage, we could put 2,500 USDT for our position size. Okay, and then right here where it says TP/SL, this is where we set our take profit and stop loss. So I can click right here, and then I would want to come here and click advanced. Okay, and then this box pops up and I can choose from either a long take profit and stop loss or a short. So in this case, let's say I was entering a short, I would want to go ahead and click right here where it says sell short. And then down here, this is where I would set my take profit. This is where I would set my stop loss. So I could either enter an exact price where I want to take profit, or I could enter an ROI percentage where I want to take profit. Now again, in this video, I'm not going to get into exact trade setups or anything like that, but just for the sake of example, let me close this real quick. And let's just say that I was shorting and I wanted to put my stop loss really tight. So let's just say right here, kind of above this local high. So that's at about 0.008296. And let's say that I wanted to put my take profit right here at 0.007457. So again, I'm going to come over here and click advanced, go back to sell short, and now I'm going to enter those prices right here. Okay, now it automatically populates that percentage. Okay, so if price came down to my take profit level, I would be earning a 201.57 ROI. And I really love these P&L projections. It shows you the exact amount of USDT. So in this case, because I'm using $100 of margin, that would give me a 201.294433 USDT gain. Okay, so a little over $200 of profit there. And same for stop loss. It automatically fills in the percentage, so that would be a 56.38% loss if price was to reach my stop loss level, which would give me about a $57 loss. Okay, so here I would be risking $57 to make over $200. Okay, so then when I'm happy with that, I could go ahead and click confirm. Okay, so then when you've confirmed that everything is set the way that you want, we can go ahead and enter our position. I can go ahead and click right here to open my short. Then this confirmation box pops up, so just confirm that all this looks right, and then you can go ahead and click open short. And there we go, I've now entered the trade and you can see my entry level right here. And as you scroll down, you can see your open position right here. You'll be able to monitor your P&L in real time. And you can see your entry price, your break-even price, the market price, your liquidation price, your margin ratio, the amount of margin you're using, and you can adjust your take profit and stop loss levels right here if you need to. So you can click right here, and this shows you your take profit, your stop loss. If you ever wanted to edit that, you can click this little icon, and this would allow you to adjust your stop loss. You could then change that price, click confirm, and same thing with your take profit. Okay, now you can also close your positions at any time. You can use market close, which just closes it at the best available price right then and there. Or you can set a limit close as well. And they also have this flash close and they have this reversal feature. So you could stay in at the same size, but if you were in a short position, this would reverse it to a long position, and vice versa. If you were in a long position, it would reverse it to a short position. Okay, then over here you can see open orders. And this is if you have any open limit or market orders or any trigger orders, you can see those right here. And then you can see your take profit and stop loss levels right here. Okay, and then under this tab, this is where you can see your order history, and you can use the details button to see all the details. This shows your position history here, your overall trade history here, with all of the details, of course, of the exact filled price, all the fees, etc. You can also see your transaction history. And again, this includes all the fees for opening and closing positions. And then under assets, you can see your assets as well. Okay, and that's basically all there is to it, guys. Now, again, as I mentioned, they do also have spot trading as well. So if you come back to the top, you can click where it says trade. And this is where you can buy and sell coins outright. Now, of course, you would need to transfer your funds to your spot account, and it's really easy to do that. If you mouse over assets, you'll be able to easily transfer between your perpetual futures trading account and your spot trading account. Okay, but once you've done that, if you do just want to buy and hold a coin, you can see this very long list here that they have of their different assets that they offer on their spot markets. Okay, so for example, if you wanted to buy XRP, you could also just click right here. And then you can scroll down here and you can choose if you want to set a limit order or if you want to market buy. And this works pretty similarly. So if it's a limit order, you could set the price at which you would want to go ahead and buy that XRP. Or if it's a market order, of course, you don't have to worry about setting a limit price. It just buys it at the best available price right then and there. And then here you set the amount of USDT that you want to use to buy that asset, and then simply click buy. It's really, really simple and straightforward. And then once you've bought that asset, you can sell it by clicking the sell button. Of course, you can enter the size or the amount of XRP that you want to sell. But unlike perpetual futures trading, you actually must own the asset itself in order to sell it. Okay, you can't use leverage and go short if you're using the spot markets. Spot markets are essentially outright buying and selling of the coins themselves. Okay, but that feature is available here if you do want to utilize that. And just as with their futures trading, they do have very, very low fees here. So really just an excellent platform overall. Now, once you do start trading and you start making money, let's say that you want to withdraw some funds off the platform. Okay, they make that extremely easy to do as well. So this is the withdraw area. You can find this easily by mousing over assets and clicking withdraw. So it's pretty similar to the way that you deposit. First, you're going to select the currency that you're withdrawing. So you can either use this drop-down box or you can just go ahead and click USDT if that's what you're withdrawing. And then down here under that, this is where you choose the network. So again, you can choose from TRC20, BEP20, ERC20, or Solana. So let's say you're withdrawing on the BEP20 network, you would click here. And then down below that, this is where you enter the transfer address. This is the wallet address where you want to receive that withdrawal. Okay, so you just paste your wallet address right here. And then for transfer amount, you just enter the amount that you want to withdraw right here in this box. Then go ahead and click withdraw at the bottom. You will need to set up two-factor authentication. And then as long as you've got that, you can go ahead and follow the prompts, get your withdrawal. It's the same kind of deal. You just need the required amount of network confirmation. So if you're using something like the TRC20 network or the BEP20 network, is super fast, and your withdrawal just shows up right there in your wallet in a matter of minutes. Okay, so that's pretty much it, guys. That is Toobit. Again, I really like this exchange. The user interface is super clean, as you can see, and I've had nothing but great experiences with it. Again, dirt cheap fees and no KYC to boot. Plus, it's available almost everywhere in the world. There are very few restricted regions. Obviously, go ahead and check to make sure you're not in one of those restricted regions. But most people around the globe can freely use this exchange, so you probably don't need a VPN either. And again, for my viewers, you can get some insane bonuses if you need some extra trading capital. Okay, you can get over $9,000 in bonuses. And again, all you've got to do is just use those links down below in the description. So go ahead and check it out, guys. Enjoy the free stuff. And if you got value out of this content, do me a favor, smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. And of course, make sure you're subscribed to the channel if you're into trading, if you're into making money from crypto. That's what we're all about here at Crypto Skillet. So you want to go ahead and ring that notification bell as well so you get notified every time I post a new video. And also make sure you're following me over on X and join my Telegram group as well, particularly if you're into trading. I share a ton of my trades. I share market analysis, different trade setups, and a lot more. And it's totally free of cost. So go ahead and join me over there, guys. Again, links down below in the description. And with that said, that's all for now. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video.